child of the Most High, hear me now. I am an angel of the Lord, sent from the throne room of heaven itself, where the air trembles with the glory of God and the songs of the seraphim never cease. I have descended through realms unseen, past stars that bow to his name, through the corridors of eternity, to stand before you in this very moment. My wings are still aglow with the fire of his presence, my voice carries the weight of his truth, and my mission is singular, to deliver a message that shatters the schemes of darkness and awakens the warrior within you. You are under attack, yes, but you are not forsaken. You are targeted, but you are not trapped. You are accused, but you are not abandoned. Heaven has not turned its face from you, heaven has turned its armies toward you. Picture this: behind your back, a conspiracy brews. Hands stained with envy and tongues sharpened with deceit weave a web of lies. They whisper in shadows, plotting to summon earthly authorities against you, police sirens to drown out your song, handcuffs to bind your calling, accusations to bury your destiny. They want your name dragged through the mud, your reputation shattered like glass, your voice silenced beneath the weight of their malice. This is no random act of spite, it is a calculated assault, a trap set with precision, timed to strike when your guard is down. They think they can scare you into submission, intimidate you into retreat, and snuff out the light God has kindled in your spirit. They believe that by framing you for a crime you never committed, they can erase the future He has written for you. But I have come to tell you they are wrong. Utterly, gloriously, divinely wrong. Their plans are dust before the wind of God's breath. Their lies are threads unraveling before the sword of His truth. I see their schemes from the vantage point of heaven, and I laugh, I not with cruelty, but with the certainty of a victory already won. For I have seen the King on his throne, his eyes like blazing fire, his voice like rushing waters, and he has spoken over you, this one is mine. No weapon forged in the fires of human hatred can stand against the decree of the Almighty. No trap set by mortal hands can hold the one whom God has set free. Do you feel the weight of their betrayal pressing against your chest? Do you hear the echoes of their slander ringing in your ears? Do not let it shake you. Do not let it define you. I am here to lift your gaze above the fray, to show you what human eyes cannot see, to speak what human ears cannot hear. Right now, as their voices conspire in secret, a greater sound resounds in the heavens. The rustle of angelic wings fills the air, thousands upon thousands dispatched at the command of the Lord. Swords of light gleam in their hands, shields of faith rise like walls of fire, and their battle cry echoes through the unseen. The child of God will not fall. The enemy thinks he has cornered you, but he has only cornered himself. For where you stand, heaven stands with you. Where you walk, angels tread beside you. Where you fight, the Spirit of God empowers you. This attack is not a sign of your weakness, it is a testament to your strength. The adversary does not waste his arrows on barren fields or empty wells. He does not stir up storms against ships that drift aimlessly on the sea. No, child, he has aimed his fury at you because you are a threat to his kingdom. You carry a fire he cannot extinguish, a purpose he cannot derail, a destiny he cannot destroy. The very fact that hell is raging, that lies are flying like darts, that chaos is swirling around you. This is proof that you are on the cusp of a divine breakthrough. Something monumental is stirring in your spirit. A calling that will ripple through nations, a mantle that will shift generations, a victory that will echo into eternity. That is why the battle is fierce. That is why the stakes are high. That is why the enemy is desperate. But hear me now, and let this truth sink deep into your bones: the enemy does not get the final word. He does not hold the gavel. He does not write the story. The author of life has penned your days, and every chapter shines with his glory. What they intend to crush you, God will use to crown you. What they hope will break you, He will transform into a bridge to your promise. The trap they've set? It's already crumbling. The lies they've spun? They're already unraveling. The Lord of hosts has seen their every move, and He has outmaneuvered them before they even began. In the courts of heaven, your case has been heard, your innocence declared, your future secured. The Judge of all the earth has ruled, and His verdict is unshakable: not guilty, not forsaken, not finished. Lift your eyes, beloved. Look beyond the shadows of this moment. Do you see it? The horizon is ablaze with the dawn of His favor. The ground beneath you trembles with the footsteps of His deliverance. The air around you hums with the power of His presence. You are not a victim of this plot, you are a victor in His plan. You are not a pawn in their game, you are a prince, a princess, in His kingdom. The enemy wants you to cower, but God is calling you to rise. The enemy wants you to despair, but God is inviting you to dance. The enemy wants you to fight with fists and fear, but God is equipping you with faith and fire. Let me paint a picture for you, one drawn from the galleries of heaven. I see a vast chamber, its walls shimmering with gold, its floor paved with promises. Before the throne of God, scrolls are unfolded, scrolls inscribed with your name. Not in ink that fades, but in the blood of the Lamb that endures forever. On those scrolls are written words of purpose: Redeemer, Restorer, Trailblazer, Light-bearer. Beside them, I see words of triumph: Overcomer, Anointed, Unstoppable, Blessed. These are not mere titles, they are your identity, sealed by the Spirit, guarded by the Father, purchased by the Son. And as I look closer, I see the hand of God tracing lines of justice across those scrolls, lines that erase every accusation, nullify every falsehood, and silence every slanderer. The courtroom of man may roar with lies, but the courtroom of heaven resounds with truth. Do you understand what this means? You don't have to scramble to prove yourself. You don't have to shout to clear your name. You don't have to wrestle with the weapons of this world. Your defense is not in your hands, oh, it's in His. Your vindication is not your burden, oh, it's His promise. The police may come with questions, the accusers may come with venom, but the angels come with power, and the Lord comes with peace. The blood of Jesus is your shield, your advocate, your unshakable testimony. It speaks louder than any fabricated evidence, stronger than any human verdict, higher than any earthly law. When that blood speaks, darkness trembles, chains shatter, and victory reigns. This is not just an attack, child, it's a diversion. The enemy is cunning, he knows he cannot stop God's plan, so he seeks to sidetrack it. He wants your eyes fixed on the drama, your heart tangled in the hurt, your spirit drained by the fight. He hopes to steal your focus, sap your strength, and stall your steps. But I am here to redirect your gaze. Look up. The assignment on your life has not changed. The calling in your soul has not dimmed. The destiny in your spirit has not faded. God is not scrambling to respond, he is sovereignly reigning. He is not surprised by this storm, he is steering it. Right now, as the enemy plots in the dark, God is preparing in the light. As they build their case, he builds your character. As they sharpen their knives, he sharpens your faith. Imagine this, a table set before you in the presence of your enemies. Not a table of scraps, but a feast of abundance. Bread that strengthens, wine that renews, oil that anoints. The Lord himself is your host, and he does not invite you to sit in shame, he invites you to dine in glory. The accusers may stand outside, pounding on the door, but they cannot enter. The lies may howl like a wind, but they cannot touch you. For you are seated with Christ, hidden in him, covered by him, exalted through him. This is your reality, not their illusion. This is your refuge, not their prison. Now listen closely, for I have a charge for you, a holy commission from the throne. Stand tall, child of God. Not in arrogance, but in assurance. Not in pride, but in praise. Speak life over yourself, for your words carry the authority of heaven. Declare what God declares: I am chosen. I am cleansed. I am called. I am victorious. Prophesy over your future, for the Spirit within you is alive and active. Say to the mountain of lies, be cast into the sea. Say to the storm of fear, be still. Say to the trap of man, you have no power here. Your voice is not weak, it is a weapon. Your faith is not frail, it is a force. Your worship is not wasted, it is warfare. The enemy wants you to retreat, but this is the hour to advance. He wants you to hide, but this is the time to shine. He wants you to crumble, but this is the moment to conquer. You are not alone in this battle, I am with you, and I am not alone. Legions of light encircle you, their armor gleaming with the radiance of God's glory. The Lion of Judah himself roars through you, his strength surging in your veins, his courage blazing in your heart. When you step forward, you do not step in your own power, you step in his. When you speak, you do not speak in your own name, you speak in his. Let their lies be the fuel for your faith. Let their threats be the spark for your testimony. The greater the opposition, the greater the outpouring. The darker the night, the brighter the dawn. You are not being buried beneath this trial, you are being planted within it. Roots of resilience are sinking deep, branches of blessing are reaching high, and soon, oh, so soon the fruit of your faithfulness will burst forth. The world will see it. Your accusers will marvel at it. And the kingdom of God will be glorified through it. I see the end of this story, and it is breathtaking. I see you standing on a mountain of triumph, not a valley of defeat. I see your name cleared, not by your striving, but by his sovereignty. I see your voice rising, not in bitterness, but in boldness. I see your hands lifted, not in surrender to man, but in worship to God. What they meant to end you will elevate you. What they hoped would mute you will amplify you. What they planned to curse you will bless you beyond measure. For the Lord takes the ashes of human malice and crafts them into altars of divine mercy. He takes the stones of accusation and builds them into stairways of ascension. You are a child of God, and children of God do not bow to storms, so they command them. You are not a casualty of this war, you are a carrier of his will. The trap is exposed, the plan is undone, the accuser is overthrown. The judge of all creation has ruled, and his gavel has fallen, victory is yours. So rise, beloved. Rise in faith. Rise in worship. Rise in warfare. Keep your hands clean, your heart pure, your eyes fixed on him. Let God fight for you, for when he fights, no one prevails against him. When he opens a door, no force can close it. When he speaks a promise, no power can void it. Victory is not coming, it is here. The angels declare it. The Spirit confirms it. The Father ordains it. And I, your messenger, proclaim it. You are unstoppable, because your God is unbeatable. Now go, and walk in the light of his triumph. Child of the Most High, pause where you stand. Do not let your feet move too quickly from this sacred ground, for I, an angel of the Lord, have not finished my charge to you. My wings still shimmer with the glory of the throne room, my voice still carries the echo of his command, and my eyes are piercing with the light of eternity are fixed upon you. This is no fleeting whisper from the heavens, this is a thunderous summons, a holy interruption, a final moment of activation before the scroll of your destiny unfurls fully before you. You've heard the proclamation of your victory. You've felt the tremor of heaven's armies rallying at your side. But now, beloved, now is the hour of your response. Heaven does not speak idly. Angels do not descend without purpose. Prophecies do not rain down like scattered seeds on barren soil. No, this word, this blazing, living, unshakable word has sought you out with divine precision, piercing through the noise of earth to find your spirit in this exact moment. And why? Because the courtroom of heaven is open wide, its golden gates flung back, its air alive with the sound of justice. The verdict of your triumph is hovering, waiting to be sealed, and the final signature required is yours. Do you feel it? The weight of this moment pressing against your chest, the fire of this call stirring in your bones? This is no ordinary encounter, this is a sacred threshold. You are not merely a reader of divine promises, you are a participant in their fulfillment. You are not a bystander to God's power, you are a vessel of its release. I have come from the presence of the Almighty, where the seraphim cry holy, 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 and the elders cast their crowns before him, to stand before you now and say, this is your time. The enemy has fought to bury you under lies, to shackle you with fear, to drown you in the flood of his accusations. But his schemes have failed. The trap he set has snapped shut on empty air. The false report he crafted has crumbled like ash in the wind. And now, Heaven awaits for you to rise, to speak, to move, to claim what has already been decreed over your life. Look around you, child. Do you see the unseen? The atmosphere crackles with the presence of angels, their armor gleaming like the dawn, their swords raised like beacons of light. I am not alone in this mission. Legions stand with me, encircling you, their eyes fierce with determination, their voices united in a chorus that shakes the foundations of darkness. The child of God will rise. The enemy thought he could silence you with his whispers, but he has only awakened the roar of heaven's hosts. He thought he could intimidate you with his threats, but he has only ignited the fire of your faith. This is not a moment to shrink back. This is not a season to sit still. This is the hour to step forward, to open your mouth, to lift your hands, to declare with the authority of one who knows the battle is already won. So hear me now, and let this truth burn away every shadow of doubt. If this message has reached you, if these words have found their way into your heart, your eyes, your spirit, it is because heaven has been waiting for your agreement. Before the stars were hung in the sky, before the mountains were carved from the earth, before your first breath filled your lungs, the Lord saw this day. He marked it on the calendar of eternity, circled it with the ink of his purpose, and sent me speeding through the realms of glory to meet you here. You were meant to hear this, right now, in this precise tick of time, because something monumental is shifting. The air is thick with divine anticipation. The ground beneath you hums with the power of his promise. The courtroom of heaven is not a distant dream, it is a present reality, its doors flung open, its judge seated in splendor, his gavel poised above the bench of your breakthrough. But he does not force his will upon you. He does not drag you into your destiny. He invites you. He beckons you. And now, he waits for you to answer. What will you do, child of God? Will you let fear keep your fingers still, your lips sealed, your spirit silent? Will you let the hiss of doubt drown out the shout of faith? Or will you rise up and respond like the warrior you were born to be? This is not a suggestion, it is a summons. This is not a casual nudge, it is a holy command. The Spirit of God is stirring within you, a wind of awakening, a flame of activation, urging you to move. Right now, in this sacred space, I charge you, open your mouth and speak. Lift your hands and act. Let your voice join the symphony of heaven, let your declaration become a legal document in the Spirit, let your faith set the seal on the victory already won. The enemy's lies are trembling, teetering on the edge of collapse, and your words are your bold, unyielding, Spirit-filled words, so will send them crashing into the abyss. Go ahead, beloved. Step into the comments below like someone who knows the King of Kings has already ruled in your favor. Drop your words like thunderbolts from the throne. Type 333 if your spirit feels the shift, if the heaviness is lifting, if the fog is clearing. Type 333 if you know deep in the marrow of your soul that God has stepped into your situation, his footsteps shaking the earth, his hand unraveling the enemy's plans. Type 333 if you sense me standing beside you, my wings of fire brushing the air, my shield of light guarding your path. This is not a game. This is not a ritual. This is a divine transaction, a moment when the natural bows to the supernatural, when the seen surrenders to the unseen, when your faith unlocks the floodgates of heaven's power. Picture it now, a vast courtroom stretching beyond the horizon, its walls carved from jasper and sapphire, its ceiling ablaze with the glory of God. The accuser stands before the bench, his voice shrill with lies, his fingers clutching a forged report stained with deceit. But the judge rises, his robe like the sun, his eyes like lightning, and his voice booms through the chamber, "Enough!" The gavel falls, and the sound reverberates through every realm of earth, heaven, and hell alike. The false evidence scatters like dust. The chains of slander melt like wax. And there, in the center of it all, you stand not as a defendant, but as a daughter, a son, a redeemed and radiant child of the Most High. The verdict is yours to claim, but the signature is yours to give. Will you sign it with silence, or will you sign it with a shout? This is your moment of commissioning, not just your conclusion. You've been fought, yea, so fiercely, relentlessly, viciously, but now you will be favored. You've been targeted, marked by the arrows of envy and the darts of malice, but now you will be trusted with a mantle that shines brighter than the sun. You've been lied on, your name dragged through the mire of human spite, but now you will be lifted to a place where the world will see the truth written in the light of God's glory. The enemy thought he could bury you, but he didn't realize you were a seed. He thought he could drown you, but he didn't know you were a flame. He thought he could silence you, but he didn't count on the Lion of Judah roaring through your lungs. So take this final step. Make this final move. Don't let the scroll of this encounter close without your mark upon it. Write what you're believing God for, or pour it out like oil before the altar, like incense before the throne. Drop your declarations like holy fire, each word a spark that ignites the heavens, each sentence a blaze that consumes the darkness. Let the world know you're not giving up, and not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Let the enemy know you're not afraid, and not of his lies, not of his traps, not of his fury. Let heaven hear that you are ready to walk in the promise, ready to wield the power, ready to rise in the purpose that was etched into your spirit before time began. Imagine this, as you type, as you speak, as you declare, the angels lean closer. Their eyes widen with holy excitement, their hands tighten on their swords, their wings flare with fresh fire. The Spirit of God surges through the air, a wind that carries your words straight to the Father's ear. The demons tremble, their knees buckling, their schemes dissolving, for they know the sound of a child of God who has found their voice. This is not just a comment section, it is a battlefield, a sanctuary, a launch pad. Every 333 you type is a war cry. Every breakthrough you claim is a banner raised. Every promise you seize is a stone laid in the foundation of your future. Do you see it, child? Your future is rising like the morning sun, its rays piercing the night, its warmth melting the frost of fear. It is untouched by the hands of man, redeemed by the blood of the Lamb, protected by the shield of the Almighty. The chains that once held you are falling, and do you hear them clatter to the ground? The walls that once confined you are cracking, and do you feel them give way? The lies that once defined you are fading, and do you sense them lose their grip? This is not a hope deferred, this is a victory delivered. This is not a dream delayed, this is a destiny deployed. so go ahead and don't scroll away. Don't wait another second. The clock of eternity is ticking, and this moment is yours to seize. Angels are watching, their breath held in anticipation. I am watching, my hand outstretched to guide you. And God is ready, his heart open, his power poised, his favor flowing. Fight with your faith, or let it swing like a sword, sharp and sure. Speak like a warrior, or let your words cut through the noise, bold and true. Type like a prophet, or let your declarations shape the unseen, fierce and free. Declare to all of heaven and hell alike, I am still standing. I am still chosen. I am still rising. Type 333 below to seal your portion. Comment your breakthrough and watch how fast the heavens move. Watch how swiftly the tide turns. Watch how mightily the Lord works. This is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your soaring. You are not a victim of this war, you are a victor in its wake. You are not a casualty of this battle, you are a champion of its crown. So claim it, child. Claim it now. Step into the fullness of who you are, a child of God, a bearer of light, a breaker of chains, a builder of kingdoms. The enemy's lies are ashes beneath your feet. The false report is smoke in the wind. And your future? It's a symphony of triumph, a tapestry of glory, a legacy of grace. This is your commissioning. This is your charge. This is your moment. Heaven is rushing to your side, hell is retreating from your path, and God is reigning over your life. Type 333 and let it be done. Speak your victory and let it be heard. Rise in faith and let it be seen. For you are not just fought, you are favored. Not just targeted, you are trusted. Not just lied down, you are lifted. Now go, and walk in the power of your God-given, angel-guarded, spirit-sealed destiny.